You may think Jin-woo is the strongest character in solo leveling because he's the main character, right? But let me prove you wrong. Check this video till the end and you will find it out.
Monarch of the beginning, Lisha, also referred to as the King of Giants, is another powerful character in solo leveling. One of this character's strong points is his immense physical strength. At some point in the manga, despite being restrained, the Monarch still managed to prove his extraordinary strength. The Monarch of the beginning makes up for this lack of vital mana with his wind pressure ability, which allows him to create and manipulate wind pressure. He also possessed spell casting abilities that granted him the power to obtain the truth from his adversaries. It wasn't possible to lie to this powerful monarch. Bellion is revered as the strongest shadow in existence that served Ashbourne, the Shadow Monarch. He was also the Grand Marshal of Ashbourne's military might. Bellion proved that the title bestowed on him was not for a show during the battle with Jin-woo against some of the monarchs, who were powerful beings. One of the reasons for Bellion's immense strength is that, similar to the heavenly beings, Bellion was born of the War Tree. He also revealed his strength during his battle with Beru, where he tanked a blow that was intended to harm his head easily. Il-hwan is Jin-woo's father, proving that fighting prowess runs in their family. With the full, long and messy hair and eyes that glow, whenever he uses his ability, he is revealed to be a ruler's vassal. The 7 rulers were responsible for killing the Ultimate One, the god of solo leveling's universe, proving that they were a formidable group. Consequently, Il-hwan being a vassal, one of these beings, is a statement to his strength. Despite his powerful feats, he has one fatal weakness: vulnerability to mana attacks. Regardless of his fatal weakness, he managed to battle the Monarch of Frost, keeping him at bay for Jin-woo to recover. The Monarch of the Beastly Fangs, known as the King of Beasts, is among the strongest of the powerful monarchs. His brute strength was revealed during his clash with Thomas Andre, the USA's strongest hunter, where he managed to overpower him despite holding back. In the manhwa, his presence alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of powerful hunters. His main abilities are centered on his strength, so he barely uses any mana-based attacks. Despite his powerful strength, the Monarch is a coward that flees when he encounters a stronger adversary. The Monarch of Frost is another powerful monarch among the upper echelons in terms of power. Known as the King of Snow Folk, the Monarch is an ice elf that uses ice-based abilities, relying on ice magic. Consequently, he creates and manipulates ice golems to his bidding. The Monarch's abilities mostly rely on the creation of ice-based weapons such as ice arrows and spears. He possesses the ability to freeze other powerful beings, encasing them in solid ice, which is created at sub-zero temperatures. The rulers are the first beings created by the Absolute Being. Consequently, they were his first subjects and his minions. For a long time, the rulers waged war against the Monarch, spearheaded by Ashbourne, who was also a ruler at the time. However, soon, the rulers discovered that the war, deaths and suffering caused by their clashes only served as entertainment for the Absolute Being. After discovering this, the rulers ganged up on this Absolute Being and killed him successfully, proving their incredible power level. In the series, their powers were utilized by powerful humans like Thomas Andre, Gu Gun-hee, and Il-hwan. This category of humans were referred to as the ruler vassals. This monarch of destruction, Antares, is true to his title, a harbinger of destruction and chaos. As the King of Dragons, his spiritual manifestation ability allows him to transform into a monstrous red dragon that surpasses even Kamish. One of his unique abilities is Dragon's Fear, which incites fear into opponents that are not as powerful as him. The Monarch of Destruction was Jin-woo's final opponent in solo leveling, and he managed to fight evenly with Jin-woo. Antares, Breath of Destruction, is another powerful ability that completely erases his opponent. The Monarch of Shadows, also known as Ashbourne, has a very interesting story in solo leveling. Initially, he was among the 7 rulers, known as the greatest fragment of brilliant light. However, he betrayed the rulers, And ironically, he became the Monarch of Shadows. Undoubtedly, the Monarch of Shadows is among the most powerful characters in the manga. Using his ruler ability, he transfers his powers to others, which he does to Sang Jin-woo. This Monarch abilities mainly consist of shadow extraction, and he can strengthen his shadow minion. Sang Jin-woo is the protagonist of Solo Leveling. At the end of the manga, he was undoubtedly the strongest Monarch and Hunter. With millions of soldiers at his command, Sang Jin-woo possesses limitless mana and a very powerful ability, Damage Reduction. Damage Reduction reduces any attacks directed at Sang Jin-woo by 50%. Sang Jin-woo possesses this equality, meaning that he transcends the concept of time, making him immortal. Amongst his many other powerful abilities, his considerable attack power, speed, and regeneration easily rank him among the strongest characters in Solo Leveling. On a cursory glance, you may think that Sang Jin-woo is the strongest character in Solo Leveling, but he's not. The absolute being is, creator of Solo Leveling's universe. Naturally, he possesses the ability to create life from nothing and is responsible for creating the rulers and the monarch. Despite his godly nature, he is depicted as cruel because he allows the rulers to constantly fight the monarch for his entertainment. The absolute being is the apex being in Solo Leveling's universe, but he was killed by the 7 rulers, proof of the fact that none of them had the power to stand against him without a backup.